Hello, and welcome to 5 Minute Math. Today we are looking at the fifth grade concept of representing equations for multi-step problems. This is 5.4b Readiness Practice, the Proficient version. If you're interested in exploring the intermediate or advanced versions of 5.4b or the Readiness Practice resource aligned with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description. So we've got a school ordering pencils. So we've got 15 boxes of pencils. All right, and each box contains 12 pencils. All right, so we can draw a strip diagram here to help us kind of visualize that. What I want to do is I want to draw fifths, and I'm going to cut each fifth into thirds. Because 5 times 3 is going to give me 15. So there's my 15 boxes. Now, each box contains 12. All right, so we can just write 12 across here. So if I'm wanting to figure out how many pencils I've got, I'm going to have to now multiply that 15 times 12. Okay, so we can just kind of represent all of that right here, right, with a 15 times 12. Let's figure out what that is. That's going to be 30. That's 15. That's 180. All right, so I've got 180 pencils. Now, I'm using 80 pencils during the first week, and then I split the remaining pencils equally among 20 teachers. All right, so I'm going to use 80, so I'm going to draw a separate one down here. I'm not sure how far it's going to go, probably a little bit less than half since it's 180. Half of 180 is 90. Okay, and then I'm going to split this remaining amount here among 20 teachers. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it like this, and I'm going to say, 20 teachers, rather than drawing the 20 little boxes. All right, so we need to solve for, and we need to write an equation. Well, let's start with that equation here, right? So P, what did we have to do first? We had to figure out how many total pencils we had. So that was 15 times 12. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write the numbers and the operations. We'll put parentheses once we feel like we need them. Okay, so that's my 180. Now, I'm going to subtract 80 because I used them. So that's going to get me down to 100. So minus 80, I don't need to use any parentheses because multiplication comes first, subtraction comes second. We're good. But now what I need to do is I need to take this 100 and I need to divide it amongst 20 teachers. So I need to divide it by 20. Now, if I don't put any parentheses, I'm going to end up dividing before I subtract. So let's do this. Let's just put that expression in parentheses. And now I can take that 100 and I can divide that by 20. And that is going to get me, some of you might know, if not, we can use long division, but it really ends up not doing much help. It's going to end up being 5. Okay, so that's going to be P, and then we can say P equals 5. So each teacher got 5 pencils. Let's go ahead and just box these. Here's our equation, and then here is our answer. So next, we have a baker making 36 trays. Each tray holds 15 cookies. We sell 250 cookies in the morning, 180 in the afternoon. All right, we're going to find C. So let's do this. Let's figure out how many cookies we have first. So I've got my 36 trays times 15. I could draw a strip diagram if I want to. I don't really feel like drawing 36 little boxes. I know that I need to multiply 36 times 15 to get how many cookies I have. Now, when I'm selling 250 and 180, I've got two different choices here. Either of these are going to be correct. Okay, I could take both of those away separately. I could subtract 250, and then I could subtract 180. That works. Or what I can do, another possible answer could be you still get your 36 times 15, and then you subtract, and then what you do is you just find the sum of the 250 and 180, and then you subtract that sum from 36 minus 15, that product. Either of those are going to work. So let's figure this out. What is 36 times 15? All right, so that's going to be 30. 15, that's 180. And then that's going to end up being 36. All right, that's 540. All right, so right here, I've got 540. Now, let's do both ways just to verify. I'm going to take away 250, and that is going to get 4. That's 290. Subtract 180. It's going to give me with 110. Or I could take my 540, and then I also need to take my 250 and 180, add those up, 3, 430, and end up subtracting that, and guess what I get? Same thing. So either of these are correct, and we have 110 cookies left. That's what C is going to equal, 110. So I'm going to put these two together because either of these work, and then here is my answer, C, 110. For our third problem, we've got a bakery selling muffins, packs of 12. So Mr. Thomas buys 3 packs for $18 in total. How much does each muffin cost? Okay, so here's a visualization since the numbers aren't so big. I want to figure out how much, since we're looking for how much each muffin costs, let me see how much each pack costs. All right, so what I've got here is I've got my 3 packs, and my total is $18. All right, so if we can assume that each pack costs the same amount because they're identical packs, we need to take that 18, right, and we need to divide that, and we're looking for M. Let's take our 18, we're going to divide that by 3, and what do we get? We get $6 a pack. All right, so 6, 12, 18. So each pack costs $6. Now, there's 12 muffins in a pack. When it says in packs of 12, that means there are 12 in each pack. So within each of these packs here, I'm going to just draw one. Okay, there's going to be 12. And so I will do it like this. It's going to be kind of small, but I'm going to draw fourths and then thirds inside each fourth. So I need to take that 6 and I need to divide it by 12. And so let's figure out what that's going to get me. So 18 divided by 3 is 6. So I've got 6 divided by 12. 6 divided by 12. Well, that's going to not be a whole number. So 12 goes into 6 0 times. But I can add a decimal and bring that down. 12 goes into 60 5 times. And so it's 0.5. If I want to bring that into dollars and cents, that's 50 cents. And if you wanted to check that, you could do 50 cents times 12 get you $6. 3 sets of 6 get you $18. So we have our M, which is 50 cents each. That's our cost. And then here is our equation as well. If you are interested in exploring the 5.4b readiness practice for the intermediate or advanced version, or the readiness practice resource line with any other standard, you can find those by using the link in the video description.